One of the biggest mistakes I see women who want to go to the next level in their income make is giving their power away. Okay? So sometimes we give our power away unconsciously without even knowing it. So today I want to talk to you about three ways that women give their power away without realizing it, and how to plug the power leak starting today. Okay, so Danette Malcolm here, Women's Money and Mindset Coach, and thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me live, please go ahead and say hi in the comments below so that I know that you're here, and I want to dive right into this. Okay, so this is a very important topic. And the reason why this is important is, a woman's power is the thing that's going to create momentum toward your desire. Okay? Your power, your ability to create, will create the momentum toward your desire. Okay? But when you give your power away, when you have a power leak, it means that your power is diminished. You begin to doubt, you begin to allow other thoughts to take control, and it slows down the creation process. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the three ways we tend to do this sometimes. Okay, you may not even realize that this is what you're doing, or this is what we tend to do as women. But and I also want to show you how you can plug those leaks today. Okay, so the first way we give our power away is by not taking responsibility for what we see going on in our life. Okay, so here's what's common. Sometimes we'll look at a woman who is going after her dreams, or someone who is building a business, someone who is advancing in their career, and we will say, oh, she's able to do that, but I can't. Okay, or we'll say, oh, the situation allows her to do that, but I don't have the same situation. Okay, so I can't do that. So it's okay for her to go ahead and do that, but I can't. Okay, and when we do that, we're saying that the power is outside of us. We're saying that all conditions have to be right in order for us to realize our dream. And what that is saying is you have no control over your life, and that is absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. You have total control. And the only reason that that is happening is because you really and truly haven't made a decision. You haven't decided. You haven't taken your stake and stuck it in the ground and say, hey, I'm going in this direction. I am building my business. I am advancing my career. I'm going for the promotion. I'm going to hit my next income level. I'm going to get the raise. I'm going to start bringing home this amount of income every month. You haven't really made the decision yet. That's the only reason that your power is leaking away. When a woman makes a decision, there is no stopping her. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, okay? When we make it, I love that R. Kelly song that goes, when a woman's fed up, there is no use talking about it, okay? And in other words, the song tells you, listen, when a woman is done tolerating a lower level of living, and she is done with that level, it's a closed deal. There's no use talking about it. You can't convince her. So that that kind of decision making, not the one that's said with the lips, but the decision that is made with the spirit, the whole being of the woman that says, that's it. I am doing this. I'm going in this direction, and I'm determined to make it a success. That is how you plug the power leak, okay? Because whenever you stay in blame, oh, I can't do it because I don't have the support, or my family won't understand, or my husband won't agree, or I don't think I could do that. I don't have the skills, and all of this stuff you're blaming. That's blame, and you're putting your power outside of you. So plug the power leak by making a decision and standing for your desires, standing for what it is you want. Okay. So if I'm talking and this is resonating with you, please go ahead and let me know and let me know. Okay. And the second way we tend to give our power away is we we think we have to wait on someone's permission to do and have what we want. Okay? We want to wait. It's like we're not physically asking, we're not verbally asking someone, can I do this? But you're looking for permission. You're looking for the community or the people in your environment to say, yes, it's okay for you to build that business. It's okay for you to want more. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. Okay? And that's good if you have it. But if you don't have it, now what are you going to do? You're going to keep searching and waiting for someone to give you permission to say it's okay? No. You give yourself permission. You look in the mirror and you say, the divine download that I'm getting to go to my next level, I'm giving myself permission to go after it. I am giving myself the okay to want more, the okay to launch after that dream, okay? And that is how you plug that second power leak, all right? So I want you to realize that when you are given an idea, your ideas are coming from somewhere. And I believe that the women in my group have divine ideas. They're ideas that are downloaded. Okay? So I don't want you to think that this is a opportunity for you to shrink back. This is God telling you and giving you the answer to what it is you actually desire in your heart. Okay? He's giving it to you. He's giving you the idea because it's going to take you to the next level that he has for you. So don't discount it and don't wait for someone else to approve it. He's approved it. So give yourself permission and go after it. Okay? So one more way we women tend to give their power away is by allowing your ego to convince you that you can't do it. Okay? Now, your ego is the thing that you've been given that keeps you safe. It's the mechanism that is used to you living a particular life in a particular way, doing certain things day in, day out. And your ego is responsible for making sure that you keep on the pattern, because the pattern, we're living this pattern and we're still alive, so the ego is responsible for keeping you alive. So the ego wants you to stay on this path. Okay, it's already tried, it's already true, it's already proven. Let's just keep doing this right here. Okay, and sometimes when you get that divine download and it's taking you to the next level, you obviously have to go into new territory. You have to do things that you've never done before. You have to learn things that you've never learned before. It's like starting at the bottom of a learning curve and having to climb up to the top. And it's brand new. So immediately when you want to do that, the ego goes, oh my gosh, we've never done this before. I don't know if it's safe. I don't know if I can keep her alive. Okay. So it starts to send resistance, like fearful thoughts and questioning whether the idea is actually a good idea. Is it really a God idea? Can you actually do it? Okay. And it does this by asking you questions like, well, how are you going to do that? You don't know how to make that happen. You don't have the money to do that. Okay? You don't have the experience to do that. Who do you think you are to go after such a big, lofty dream? Okay? And I have some notes here because I don't want to miss anything. Okay? People gonna think you're crazy. They're going to think you're crazy trying to build this business and you know you don't have all the money that you're going to need to do it. They think you're crazy, okay? It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible for you to spend money on something you don't know, you're not definite is going to work. Okay? These are the things that the ego says to you that you think is something you need to consider. But it's just the ego reacting. It's just the ego reacting. It's afraid. It's fearful. So it sends a fearful conversation in your mind to try to convince you not to go after your next level. Okay? What else does the ego say? Oh, here's one. What if it doesn't work? You look like you're just a woman with these harebrained ideas that don't work. Okay? You look like a fool. Okay? Another one is, what are you trying to do that for? You should be happy. Look at your life. You have more than most people. Some women would kill to be in your position. What are you trying to go after more for? Okay, so if this is something you face sometimes, or you heard yourself say, or heard other people say to you, drop me a comment. Drop me a comment, okay? So these things are the ego's way of making sure that she keeps you safe, right? And when we listen and we start to consider and ponder the reality, okay, the reality, in other words, what you see in your environment right now, and then based on that determining what you can and you can't do, you're saying what I see is more important than what God is saying I should do. Okay, this is how we allow another voice to drown out the voice of God, or the next level that we're going to. Okay, because remember, God is a God of growth and expansion. He never wants you to stay still or stay stuck in one particular area. He is about growing and expanding. When we study science, I remember seventh grade science, one of the characteristics of living things in seventh grade science was breathing, respiration, and growth. Growth. And, that kind of blew my mind. If you're not growing, then are you living? Are you living? If you're not growing, you're not living. And here's the thing that people don't realize: either you're growing or you're declining. There's no happy medium. Okay? It's one or the other. Either you're growing and expanding, or you're declining and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay? So you have to make the choice for life. Make the life choice. Okay? And the way you do this is by realizing that, your ego means well. She wants to keep you safe. So you have to speak to your ego, okay? And one thing I want you to realize is, if you listen to your ego, she will talk you out of the divine download from your loving Father. Your loving Father is sending you the answer. He's sending you your next level in the form of pictures and visions. And oh my gosh, that would be so wonderful if that is Him talking to you, asking you to expand to the next level. But when you listen to the ego, she will convince you out of the divine download from your loving Father. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Don't let her rob you of your next level, rob you of your God path. Okay? All right? So I like to remind myself by saying, my ego is a dream killer, and she will rob me of the divine download from my loving Father if I let her. My ego is a dream killer, and she will rob me of my divine download from my loving Father if I let her. Okay? And that's how you plug this third power leak. So once you have really taken the time to think about, how am I allowing these leaks out of my life? And then in this time of the slower pace where the whole world has slowed down, this is a great time to really do self-evaluations and to begin looking out for ways in which we as women are letting our power leak away from us, so that we can gather it, we can plug those leaks, and we can begin to move forward in power and strength toward our desires, okay? Knowing that they are God desires and we can absolutely achieve them. All right. So thank you so much for listening to me. I want you to go ahead and share this video if you found it valuable. If you know a woman that would find this information helpful, what we talked about today helpful, go ahead and tell her about it, okay? And join me tomorrow morning, because I'm going to do another video. And, Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about more and more ways you can take your power back and head and, align yourself with your next goal, with your next desire, whether it's making more money in your business or making more money in your career. Okay, so join me tomorrow morning. I'll post a time that I'm going live, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.